Okay, so we've got, oh, there's my head, hey. We've got an example of some pages for you so that you know what you're kind of working to achieve. So this student, don't worry about the cover page for now, this is because it's their final thing. So this student's question we can see is about Deepwater Horizon, and this is their planning pages. So if you have a look, they have put a whole bunch of stuff together that they did. Now, a couple of things. This one's not perfect. This little lotus diagram, half incomplete. That's not super useful. Why would you put incomplete stuff in? Unless you're going to explain it. So, that space could have been used better. It's okay. It's fine, but could be better. They've done a few little journals to help explain the information. That's cool. You can do that. It's not going to make a difference really, because unless you're really showing us how and why changes were made, journals aren't really going to be that useful. If you're just telling us that that's a lotus diagram, then that's great. I can see that with my eyeballs. So this student then has her SWOT. We did those, so that's good. The focus questions, you can put that in. What is useful is that this student's been talking about their refinement, like how they adjusted their question and how they moved from what they thought they were going to be exploring throughout. Now that's going to take a long time. You can see this is dated in April. So, just as they were going along, they were definitely increasing their refinement. So your pages will change. We've got things like the question refinement of working through the different parts of the question. You guys did that. Some SWOT analysis that they've talked through. Mostly then we're seeing some more mind maps coming out, because that was something that they had to do. They've then worked through people that they wanted to contact. So this is a bit of a snapshot of their Booklet 6 planning table. And they've started to actually find their details and start to think about which focus questions they'll match. This is some of their background research. So you know how we did background research? This is that there too. This student then has done a bit of their proposal planning. So bits from Booklet 4, bits from Booklet 5, to kind of fill up these pages. Now, if you have lots of mind maps, or you have lots of working with the research question, you've changed your topic, you did lots of background research, that's great evidence too. It doesn't have to be this written. I just want to show you a few different examples so you get a sense of what these pages can look like. Then what we get is the proposal. So that's up to one page as well. Question, focus questions. They've got the refinement, so how they got there. So they're kind of explaining the past 2 pages to us at this point. Then why? Why did they do this topic? And then their processes. So what videos were they going to use? What articles and publications? What interviews? So they're explaining why they wanted to use these things. Then they've gone through their literacy. They've gone through their ethics. They've gone through their outcome. Now, what you're going to notice is that they've got these little reflections there. They added them back in later because they realized some of the planning that they'd done didn't quite work. So this student, has adjusted their pages as they've gone along. So that's a really good summary of what it could look like. It's very different to the other ones that we've looked at, so I thought it's a good one for you to see that planning pages are just the happy story of your project. Just make sure that everything on the planning pages is linked to a marking standard. So if we go back to Booklet 6, here, my timer is counting. We go back to Booklet 6 at the very beginning of Booklet 6. After my amazing memes, we have the checklist, task sheet of the things that we want. Evidence of initial ideas, background research, your question design, what the frick? Secondary sources, ethics, capability, all this stuff is what we want on your pages. If it doesn't match that, it's not useful. I've just realized how bad the light is in here and I look like I'm floating in space. Whee! This is what I want to show you. So have a read through this. These are the types of things we're expecting. Don't just make them though for no purpose. If you don't need them, don't make them. Be smart.